The Tolle Road visits Birmingham, Alabama. Birmingham was supposed to be just a stop along the way to somewhere else, but turned out to be a great time. Starting with great vistas that we saw from the Vulcan statue, top of the hill on the south side of Birmingham. You go up to the top, you see there's an elevator shaft, or if you're a real man, you'll take the stairs like I did and take a good view of old Vulcan Boy's butt and look at his extended arm pointed out in the sky. And they got a little museum inside with a big bronze foot from the original statue there, and a lot of other things. Blah, blah, blah. Rickwood Field, that's the oldest baseball stadium in America. As you can read on the sign, opened in 1910, making it older than Fenway and Wrigley and any other park. And now they don't play regular scheduled minor league games there with the Barons, but when I was there, lucky enough to see a high school playoff game being played there with looks to be millions of fans in the stands. And they still got a lot of things you can look at there, like the old lineup board and the entrances with the old turnstiles. And they got pennants of back when they won their championships as the Barons back in the day. Now, the motorheads out there will just love this place, the Barber Motorsports Museum. And even if you're not really a big motorhead, not into motorcycles that much, you still can have a good time. I'm not much one myself, and I spent a couple hours in there. We're talking about 4 or 5 floors full of these motorcycles. Now, this one here looks like maybe Batman could have cruised around on it. And you can see just hundreds and hundreds of other speedsters. And outside, they've got a test track, and the day we were there, we actually got to see some Porsches racing around it. Motorcycles from every era. This one looks like, I don't know, 3 years old. And police motorcycles, and just cars and cars, and there's Lotus in there, and just anything you could think of. Now, fans of the movie Easy Rider from the 60s will remember this motorcycle that was driven around by Fonda with old Jack Nicholson in tow. If you take a trip around the track out there, test track, beware of the squashes. They're everywhere. And let me tell you, these Porsches here were hauling ass the day I was there. Now, we also visited a little bar called Mom's Basement that has a 70s decor in it with jukebox and serving only canned beers. And here's Richie Rich after I just destroyed him in a game of pinball. Place got kind of loud in there with a band there, so I give it a meh. Gip's Place. It was one of the last juke joints in the whole country, and it was ran by 99-year-old Gip. Unfortunately, he passed away, but luckily I got to visit before he did and really had a blast there. They don't care who you are or where you're from, just have a good time. I hope you enjoyed this trip to Birmingham, and who knows where the Tolle Road will lead to next.